that Heroic are gearing up for a push into the upper site. Forest that first point of contact, and so far so good here for Entropiq, holding off the masses. But a nice return coming through. In fact, 3 quick kills in return from Heroic certainly will allow them to have greater chances now.
Yeah, that escalated very quickly indeed. Cadian has found himself in the heaven position. Dealt with now though. So you know where Forrester is. He's by the vent, however, so he can make that fast rotation, trying to do it quietly, but he'll start to speed up now as the bomb is getting planted by Shush. Can't make the connection, gets there eventually, knows nothing about it as he's looking towards the ramp, and he just may go for a defuse in this smoke. He won't hold it, but that would have been interesting. Storm not showing. I think there was a reasonable chance there with Nuke, but Storm is pretty low health. He's just 1 bullet away now. There it is from Forest. Doesn't really exist on a new one. I feel like they could have put that on there. It's a shame. So here we go, some jumping to create some space, and the numbers will prevail for Heroic as far as the ramp is concerned. Great pop flash, and down goes Elian. Cadian causing some problems now, some upgrades to be had. Information on Forest's push from lobby is here. And now they need to make their next move.
Yeah, not the worst positions in the world here for Entropiq, but that does not help. Great headshot from Shush, and now Heroic have their sights set firmly on the upper bomb site. Forrester asking questions around lobby.
Again, these mid-round rotations we're seeing from Heroic are just catching Entropiq off guard. Forrester's making it doable, however. But we've all got rifles now, apart from Crad with the MP9, but that's no real issue for him. Shush trying to plant that bomb. He's carrying the scout. Cadian's here for support as well, and there's another headshot from Shush. Those are...
Though, with the Mag 10 in hand, Refresh will try to open it up, but it'll be Shush to get the entry kill, and that will allow a clear path to that lower site.
Is this round over?
It kind of looks like that, yeah.
I think it should be over.
Yeah, they will have the bomb down very shortly, and I don't know that there is a way to defuse that for Entropiq here.
Very difficult start to the CT side of Nuke for Entropiq, and I really think they should kind of unremarkable the Emerald Glock, but you know, you gotta flex it, right?
Oh, Refresh able to deal with Nickelback. I saw a post on Reddit which was something along the lines of, James Barlow talks about skins a lot. I'm like, you must not have listened to him before. It's about the below average, if anything. But with that said, Forrester in that upper rafters position causing some problems here. But it seems like it'll be under control.
At least. There are some really cool sprays into the A bomb site, but as I mentioned, that it's like Crad's got to be careful about his positioning basically because of this particular spray. That's what I'm looking for. Shush lucky to get away. Forrester wants to go further. It's almost like he knows he shouldn't, but he still put himself in a vulnerable place, and down he goes.
Yes, it's hard to accept that you don't get the kill there. It's really hard to accept.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just chase it down. The greed will not pay off whatsoever.
He half committed.
Well, yeah.
He committed enough to die and not get a kill.
Yes. I mean, at least it's a 4v4. There is that at the very least. And it's not quite as favorable because, you know, typically the T side is favored with an even man situation like this, like a 4v4. But it's not quite as much on this map because of the rotation times are not as bad as other maps. And it looks like we'll get another pick up there. Teslas will go down. They'll keep hammering this upper site, but now they will switch things up to the ramp position and lining up for Elian. He gets one there. Storm, of course, very weak.
I feel like Storm's dying 19 times out of 20 there. But this is the one time he does it, and maybe they can do something with this one time. Crad opening the doors, maybe hoping to buy some time, not expecting Cadian to have the angle. This is going from bad to worse for Entropiq. 20 seconds, and Heroic going for a very late rotation, and Nickelback's just not ready. Didn't seem to have the sounds, and they've got to make a dash for it. Stan's going to be the information man, drops the bomb in case Lackey's up there, but he's not. So Stan will make sure it's secure. Cadian will make his way. They can hold the angles. Very smart. The awareness, the spatial awareness from Heroic is really, really sick. From Ancient to Nuke, it's been really fun to watch.
Yeah, they've completely outpositioned Entropiq. There's ahead, like a few steps ahead. Great to see that, it really is. Lackey will try to see what he can get done here, but does need a little bit of luck. Nickelback going deep here. Wanting to get into the action there with the 5-7. Gets so deep. And is not able to find anything off of it though.
I did want to see him with more 5-7 than dual Berettas. Oh, shush, through the smoke. Protects the weapon as well, which is important because things can escalate quickly in that regard. And Entropiq are not in position with the remainder of their squad to retrieve that. I'm not sure if those odds are for the game or for the entire match. We'll find out because, of course, that will be relevant to some. But yeah, this is a terrible start for Entropiq for sure. Fantastic for Heroic. Building up a nice score on their T side of Nuke.
It's definitely very difficult. Not really finding your
Heroic, so I mean, maybe they're ahead of the game. Maybe they're reading something like this. Cadian leading the charge straight in the head. Forrester, don't forget he had a helmet, and that MAC-10 becomes a very dangerous weapon. And I think they've been outmaneuvered. You can't really retake with 2 AWPs the A bomb site, so they've done all they can.
And they're looking to find those quite quickly here around Radio Room. Forrester takes down Tessus. Early victories here for Entropiq. They're looking to collapse on the lobby room, actually. They're not looking to go back after those initial kills. Storm goes down as well. This is working out quite nicely for Entropiq. In fact, everybody's been just annihilated in the lobby area here for Heroic.
Looking to create some space. So Elian with the AWP will get a shot in event. We'll see where he chooses to go with that.
3 players are very weak for Heroic, so this is quite doable here for Entropiq on the defense. That's a great way to start things off. In fact, it's going to get even better here for Entropiq. Bomb on the back of the remaining Heroic players, however, and they'll make their way quickly now down to lower through ramp room. But there is a rotation ready for this, and it is just easy for Nickelback to finish things off.
I like this. The aggression is working out for them again. This is going to make it a really spicy game of Nuke now. If they can keep this up and just not allow Heroic to do what they want to do, just as Heroic did to them previously.
Around with the outside push. Love that. Again, mixing it up. Unexpected timing for that aggression. Again, just catching Heroic off with these little plays. Taking the ball out of their course. And they're in a 2v4 before they've even really been able to set anything up on the map. So let's go Crad. Through here, but is it going to be quick enough for Edian to stop this? Up by the stairs, great peek. First shot connects. There's a second to be had, but no. Storm denies that one. And that's going to be the 4 versus 3 after plant here. Oh, it's got a little hole in the door. It's cheeky stuff from Shush.
I love that peek. Heroic fighting fire with fire, figuratively, literally.
Metaphorically.
I love the push straight into... I mean, there are so many things which are reminiscent of Ancient. Almost on the flip side, like that surge from Heroic is kind of like what Entropiq started doing when they were on the T side of Ancient. Awkward engagement outside and more of some of these rounds. Not the case on this occasion. Things will be slowing down, but Refresh may be the first to fall here as he is barbecued by Lackey. Feet on the grill, and it's 5v4 for Entropiq. See if they wait the smoke out by Squeaky. The door is still intact for the most part. There is a gap in it, but it's there.
Yeah, slower approach after all of that utils exchange. That's not what you want. If you're Storm, that was supposed to cover the main position. And that's a big problem. We'll see if he's able to somehow make good of it, though. Teammates coming through the main position. Crad is staying hidden right now. Nickelback playing distraction at this point so that Crad can do all the damage. And there goes Crad. Good follow-up from Nickelback. The defense is good. Cadian's going to run straight into that one.
Has been very, very high indeed, but if they're able to stop Heroic in this round and there's no bomb plant, then maybe they can breathe a sigh of relief. Completely blind Refresh. Look at the frags, the kill feed, the trades, the push into the bomb site, the chain flashes. Shush deleting, but again an exchange of a HG grenade. And we've got a 2 versus 3. Favor for Heroic, high ground for Elian. Dropping that smoke to obscure some angles as he looks to peek the A bomb site soon. Lackey coming out of the ladder, looking to find 2, but Tessus will trade, and Elian's there again. And now it's down to a 1v1. Cadian, position unknown, hasn't planted a bomb. Elian will use this time to try and rotate, but Cadian's already on that plant, and up Elian goes again. On the flashbang, Cadian looking towards main now, having a look, and he's got the...
And once again, an aggressive opening refresh straight out of the door, but into the loving embrace of Krad, who this time will be able to make that frag happen. And they're going to keep going in. Oh, Elian, is he going to be infiltrating? He's just going straight in there. Is he trying to block them? What's going on? Elian is just in the mix, and suddenly he's going to go down in the confusion, but that slowed things down. Cadian's already lower, but he's lost his teammates. The rotation from Entropiq is good to go. Cadian with it all to do. A 1 versus 4, now a 1 versus 3 as he rotates back around to try to recover this bomb.
See,
it's insane. Made a big difference, but here again oh, the shotgun's out. Let's go! Oh, the shotgun to delete everybody. And he gets to follow it up with that AWP in the hands of Elian. And Storm, he's got the auto shotgun. Watch out. Watch out.
Quick look from Tesses, and he will fade away. He has some help, but this is a pistol round, so really got to land those headshots. Space being created. Krad's been spotted with the bomb, which means the rotation's coming in. Caught on the reload, though, is Tesses. Cadian's deleted as well. That's such an important frag for Storm. He's got an important position to try and hold here. Bomb being planted now over the coolant for the rods. And the CT's got to deal with this. 3 versus 4, but this can quickly get even worse for these teams. 3 versus 2 now. Krad looking the wrong way towards ramp. Down he goes. Shush and Refresh remaining as they try to take a hold of this pistol round, but now it's just Refresh. The numbers are not in his favor. Running out of bullets. Can he? Surely can't get a reload in. The knife.
And there it is. Out the hut he goes. And it's working out according to plan.
Revenge for Entropiq. They will look to have...
Oh, and once again, Lackey. Fast forward with that Mag-10, leading the way, clearing space for his team. The Mag-10's so good for that. Ooh. Was that through a smoke? No. Either way, it looked like a good shot.
3 players in hell, and well, I think all of Heroic are in hell at the moment, but I was looking for this. I did ask for this from Cadian, and he has delivered a headshot. But do they have any more? Lackey trying to clean up the mess in that hell position, but he ran out of bleach, and there'll be 2 players remaining who will rotate now. And with Krad on silo, this becomes a very awkward round. He's going to have to give some sound cues away, which is going to be a lot of information for his opponent. You can see Cadian knows immediately, okay, we've got 1 player outside. He's just dropped looking for that headshot. Doesn't get it, and he can fall away. Shush and Tesses creeping elsewhere. So this becomes extremely awkward for Entropiq. Down goes Cadian, but that's from Krad. Nickelback's the man carrying the bomb. He's lurking in the garage at the moment. And that's the man that Heroic need to find.
Yeah, the fact that he has the bomb is huge, and oh, Tesses has a good timing there, but Krad is ready for it. And Shush is so out of position now, having to come up the vent. He might be able to pop out quite quickly. There we go. The Eagle might not be the best weapon for this, though. As Shush closes the distance, a double peek comes through. Elian is going to try to keep pressing. You can see that the response is ready. There's 2 players here looking for the retake. They need that information. The peek, the swing from Refresh. That's going to find exactly what he's looking for. And now it's a 5 versus 4 in favor of Heroic on this defense. And now the rest of Entropiq decide to commit together down to the lower bomb site, but they need to get this opening against Tesses. The headshot position is going to be strong. He gets just a couple pixels, but somehow Krad still deletes him.
Man, he had the razor out, but he was the one who got scalped. Refresh now looking for the multi-frags, but all the doors are open. Big fan of doors in Entropiq on the B bomb site. Cadian and Shush remain, and this becomes worrisome for Heroic. Entropiq threatening to win Heroic's pick just as Heroic did to them.
Yes.
Available now on VHS. 3-round lead for Entropiq as this time it's the A-bomb side, and there'll be some fast deletions with these AK-47s, and this round may already be over. 1:38 on the clock, and we're done, I think.
Oh my goodness, Krad is just out there. This guy, I mean, he is outside Oh, Lackey's just going to go beyond the smoke. Storm is more than ready for that. Calls the bluff, eliminates Lackey, and now Entropiq don't have any presence outside, so their upper push gets weakened. They try to expand towards ramp. They get shut down there as well. So outside's been shut down, ramp has been shut down. What is left here? What is left for them? They've got to retake something.
They've got to do some more damage as well, because they're living rich right now, but Heroic are not. So even if they are to lose this round, they need to make it painful. They need to make Heroic bleed. Currently 500 HP are Heroic versus the remaining 3 players of Entropiq. Here we go. They've got some angles now. They've got more angles, rather, on the outside, and Shush will be the first to fall. Defuse kit by the double doors as Forrester waits. Got to be careful about his positioning, though, as Refresh is going to get revenge eventually. 40 seconds for Nickelback and Ellie, and they move into the A bomb site, or they try to. That's the bomb spotted with 12 HP now by the main position. Refresh just chilling by CT vent. They used to be a ladder there, not anymore. Now they know where Elian is as well. Double peek attempted. The trade will be good enough. Nickelback, though, 1 versus 2. If he's fast, maybe he has a chance.
Oh, he's going to try to punish.
Oh,
no! Tessus, how dare you!
Entropiq. And it seems there'll be a push of the A lobby. We saw this from the current T side as well. Refresh and Shush trying to do it a little quieter, though, and Forrester must be careful. Oh, he's the timing! Never mind the timing! He has the AK over the M4, and he will deliver a very close range headshot, but there are more players to contend with. More players creeping to find angles on Forrester as he continues to jiggle and find tight angles, looking to get all 3. He's done so much damage and just kept Heroic out of position while that bomb's been planted.
Yes, massive. They're going to force Heroic to an eco. A huge round here. Huge round, and they're trying to get themselves through the hut into the upper site. They will be denied. Forrester goes down instantly. That's an unfortunate early loss for Entropiq, and they're going to go and reset things, looking for that outside control.
That will certainly isolate some fights, but Stan will still get traded immediately. Nickelback dropping the bomb for his teammates as he heads forward to see if it's safe in secret. Don't want to get taken out there and leave the bomb in a very disadvantageous situation, so they'll do it the safe way. Bomb collected by Elian, and down they go. But the rotations here, and I think they can hear Heroic coming out of the vents, and they realize that this is maybe not the best approach, but they still need to cross outside once again. And there could be a peek at any time from heaven, as we can see Caden in position. He can't peek for free, though. Shush trying to defend main. So far, so good. Nickelback creeping now. Spotted with the bomb. You can see them desperately repositioning Heroic. 4 versus 2. So they'll post up together. And how on earth does Elian survive that? I don't know. There were 2 CTs here. But now Cadian finding himself in some trouble. Drops the bomb. Buys some time. Elian trying to catch the rotation.
Great start here for Entropiq. Dangerous stuff here for Heroic that don't have that much money. Fantastic flash. What a play coming in from Entropiq there. 3 versus 3 now as Tessus equalizes.
Shush with the off angle. That will yield a very important kill. Bomb to be collected by Nickelback, who will join Forrester. The final 2 in round 24 for Entropiq. Heroic trying to catch up. The pressure is high now. They really don't want to drop Nuke. Mirage may feel like more of a 50-50, but Entropiq is certainly performing at the moment, rising to the level of aggression required to have a 3-round lead versus Heroic on Nuke. Shush by the vent, Cadian in hell.
Bomb has been planted.
Very tense here as Heroic tries to coordinate themselves all together for this retake, and there's the peek together. And Tessus will take down Forrester. It will rest on Nickelback on that big rotation coming from the hell position.
Oh, first step.
Yep, that's not good. They
haven't
haven't heard though, and doesn't get that first.
opportunity to try and tie the score, but it's going to have to be done the hard way. Lackey pushing before the smokes. Cadian, right place, right time. Moving to focus now on the squeaky position, but that's a very meaty flashbang. Forrester surely has a jump on him. The spray is here and the kill. Down goes Refresh as well, and it just goes from bad to absolutely terrible for Heroic. As
in exchange of utility as well. Quite indicative of what Entropiq are trying to do, which is to try to control this upper site. In they go, and initially it's looking good here for the Danes. Tessus with a few brilliant shots there, makes it into a 3v3, but down the vent they'll go. Storm might be quickly hitchhiking on this one, just joining them for the ride down to that lower site.
Yeah, Lackey's not going to be planting this bomb where he wanted to, but he may commit to it anyway, but Storm is here to stop that.
Very fast indeed, down the door, through the door, down the vent to the lower site. They lose 2 players along the way. Is it worth it? That's the question. Tessus, that's a good HE, surely. That's a good one. Yeah, 40 damage from that.
Yep, that'll help. Elian's got work to do. He's got a lot of work to do. Cheap kill onto Tessus, only 4 more to find. What's the problem here? Lackey with the Mac 10 moving into the vents. Got 3 man on road moving together. I can't see how Lackey cleans this up unless they spread out a bit more. Cadian waiting. He's got to wait for these numbers, but the numbers for Entropiq are getting even worse. Elian now alone. He'll still take out Cadian at the very least, who makes some steps, and Refresh will clean that decision. There's 2 different ways to skin the chicken, if you will. In they go to the A bomb site. Maybe this is the round. So many targets, can't pick the right one, and Entropiq actually will force their way in. 1 rifle and a Mac 10 now, as there are difficult decisions for Heroic to make. 2 of the 3 players with a kit, that'll certainly help, but my god, how did they deal with this? Well, that's one way to start. Lackey is deleted by the HE, but Forrester is right below these smokes. He's got a dirty angle, but it's not good enough. Tessus has a better weapon for the job. Elian and Nickelback remain.
Elian with the Glock too, because he got killed after time. Hasn't found an upgrade either. Tessus will be going first, and he's very weak, so the Glock actually does the damage. Elian providing value, but does go down in the end. Nickelback has to be so cautious, doesn't know which.
Quickly outside, or they want to be, but they haven't dealt with that Molotov just yet. A very late smoke grenade that activates smokes in the secret position instantly. Storm gets a kill as well, and then it's another fast round, but he tries to reposition, and Nickelback has the angle. Again, another chaotic round from both teams. So aggressive. Neither team will let up, but one team is a little closer than the other.
Yeah, that's a great pick in main, because that gives them the options now to kind of threaten both sides with that pick. So you can see that that changes the game, and we'll have an info play from Heroic as a result. They want info lobby, they need to know what's going on. So this is a great timing for this push. Elian's just coming through, he's ready, but the headshot, I mean, it doesn't come from anybody, but Shush has that M4, and that's going to do the damage. 3 versus 4 now for Entropiq, and you can see that Heroic are worried about their lack of control in heaven.
They've got a lack of control in every choke point going into this A bomb side, actually. But Forrester needs to pick the right one, and Refresh will have a look for him and die. Now, they would have heard 2 players running into A earlier on, so they should expect Shush to be somewhere, and there will be a trade. Instantly looking behind him, Forrester, Cadian with the pistol out, and now Tessus finds himself alone, 1 versus 2, thinking about what to do. The right time to play. Bomb thrown on the low ground. Tessus will be delivered.